Good afternoon. My name is Duane Funderburk, and I want to welcome you to this second Gold Line concert for the month of April. Today we're going to hear the music of Bach. The entire program is dedicated to this great composer who really is fundamental to any of us who do music and who perform and who study music. It is a composer that we've all lived with. We've learned a tremendous amount from the output of this composer, the music that he's written. And today we're going to hear from 10 different performers from Lake Avenue Church. Many of them will be recorded from their homes, and they're going to be performing the music of this great composer. This streaming process is something new for us. We've only done this twice. We did it earlier in April at the first Gold Line concert and now again today. And it's really opened up a great audience for us. We had about 1,500 viewers in the first concert that we did. And today I want to say hi to Brian Williams, who is streaming from inner city London, England. And it's great to have you with us, Brian, and I'm so grateful for this streaming process so that you can be a part of this today. And now, the music of Bach.
Hi everyone, Micah Sanders here. I will be playing Bach's first cello suite prelude in G major. This is sort of a unique piece for me. I've never had a lesson on it. I've never been taught it by another cellist, but it's been kind of a journey to discover it for myself, and sometimes that can be a really, really delightful experience. This piece itself is also a journey in and of itself, with the way that Bach writes the arpeggiated figures starting in G major, going with this very peaceful kind of searching, I would say, throughout the piece, and it gets into some darker territory, goes into these lower figures, and then towards the end of the piece it starts rising again with these glorious crescendos and ends in this more triumphant G major. So hope you enjoy.
Hello and greetings from the Hilton household. Today I'll be playing a Bach piece called Prelude in C, and it's been adapted to soprano saxophone with a melody by Schubert. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and thanks very much for listening. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katherine, the Club 45 coordinator. Today I am playing for you Bach's Prelude in C minor. Originally I wanted to play the C major, but great minds think alike. Ken had the same idea. So Duane and I started talking and realized that I've played the same piece that he planned to play for today. So we decided to do a little collaboration. I'll play the prelude and he will play the fugue after. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, thank you all for attending this concert. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Matias Pachalian. I'm going to be playing Bach Suite 3 Prelude. And the reason I chose this piece is because it starts with and ends with the same motif. So the complex emotional journey that happens in between it, despite all of the complications in life that may happen, like what we're facing right now, it just reminds us to stay rooted and to not be shaken in tough times. So I hope you enjoy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for watching today. My name is Tina Berry, and Duane asked me to speak today and talk a little bit about Bach, the person, and about his life, and also to say a little bit about his music. So I'm just going to give a few quick biographical facts about him and then talk about his music, and then we'll get back to our musicians. Bach was born in 1685 and he died in 1750. He was born, lived, and died in Germany. So he lived to be 65 years old, and in that time he put out an unbelievable amount of music. Both his parents died when he was young. When he was 10, his mother died, and 8 months later, shortly after remarrying, his father died as well. So after having been orphaned by his father, Bach he was the youngest child in his family, went to live with one of his older brothers and was raised by him and his wife until he was old enough to leave home. Bach married twice. His first wife, Maria Barbara, had 7 children with him, and after their 7th child was born, she passed away. Soon after, Bach remarried to his second wife, more well-known, Anna Magdalena. She was a singer, and they had 13 children together. So for those of you who have big families, I doubt anybody watching has a family that big. It's a total of 20 children. Of Bach's 20 children, 10 of them survived to adulthood. So all his life, from childhood on, Bach dealt with a lot of pain, a lot of loss. But despite that, his music is some of the most jubilant, triumphant, and joy-filled music that's ever been written. On to his music. Why is it so great? Why is the name Bach a name that everybody knows? It's like the names Mozart, the name Beethoven. Everybody knows who these people are. Why, almost 300 years after his death, is he still so important? It's impossible to overstate how important his music is. It's the foundation upon which every other composer after him stands. His influence on all Western music is untouchable, and his body of work is considered by everyone to be the gold standard to which all other classical music is compared. We'll hear a total of 7 of his pieces today, and 4 of the pieces we're hearing are pure. They are exactly as Bach wrote them 300 years ago and haven't been touched. 3 of them are what we call an arrangement, where other composers have taken it and done something creative and interesting and different with it. And one of them we're going to hear is a jazz set coming up later. It's going to be really fun. So without further ado, we'll move on to our next musician. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone. We're going to play for you a Bach fugue in C minor. We're going to change it out a little bit. And so if you're a Bach purist, which I know there are several of you out there in the audience, just go ahead and push mute for the next 3 minutes or so. Don't turn us off, but just push mute. And then in about 3 minutes, you can unmute it and you'll be fine.
In the early 60s, a guy named Jacques Lassier, who was a French pianist, took the Bach stuff and jazzed it all up and did a lot of improvisation, added drums and bass. And I thought that was really good. And then in the mid-60s, the Swingle singers came along and took the Bach stuff and sang it exactly as written, but added the drums and bass. I always thought it would be a really good idea to have the piano play it straight, but have the drums and bass.
When I first heard the Swingle Singers rendition, I really enjoyed that, and I liked the fact that there was jazz bass and drums. When I was approached to play this, I thought I'd add a few more pieces to the drum set, just to add a little bit more variety and texture to the piece. The hi-hat makes a good 2 and 4, which is so important in jazz music, and the bass drum gives a good foundation, and the cymbal allows me to change color in the middle of the piece. So it's a little more fun to play that way.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Su. Today I will be playing Bach Cello Suite No. 2 Prelude. This prelude is in D minor. It is sorrow, intense, deep, dark, and has a sense of flowing. Please enjoy.
Hello, my name is Elvin Rodriguez, Lake Avenue Church organist. Today I'm fortunate to be able to play the La Sierra University Church's 130 rank organ. This afternoon I'll be playing a Virgil Fox setting of Bach's Now Thank We All Our God, which came from one of his more than 200 cantatas, among other works. The original hymn is attributed to the Protestant minister Martin Ringart, with the melody attributed to Johann Sebastian Bach. This piece has a special significance to our current global pandemic. As a Lutheran minister who came to Eilenburg, Saxony, at the beginning of the 30 Years' War, Ringart's home quickly became a refuge for the political and military victims of the war. However, because of overcrowding in the city, deadly pestilence and famine arose. During the height of the severe plague in 1637, Ringart was the only surviving pastor in Eilenburg, conducting as many as 50 funerals in a day. He performed more than 4,000 funerals in that year alone, including that of his wife's. As a prolific hymn writer, it's not surprising that during this difficult time, Ringart would write many hymns, including the well-known Nun danket alle Gott, or Now Thank We All Our God. Listen to the words of verse 2. O may this bounteous God, through all our life be near us, with ever joyful hearts and blessed peace to cheer us, and keep us in His grace, and guide us, the perplexed, and free us from all ills in this world and the next. May this be our song of praise and thanksgiving for the risen Christ, who also promises that He will never fail us or leave us, and will free us from all ills.